I said it's waves of the bay. If you ain't about the action, better find another lane. If you ain't providing platforms, better find another stage. I'm living in my purpose, every day is game day. And now it's time to level up. Give the people what they want, show the artist off and strut. Let the music do the talking while the talent gets the fun. They said it's all written, but I had to change the font. Come on, because I do what I want. Champions win, so I'm not about to taunt. After all the smoke clears, I'll be standing right here at the top with my peers, living life without fears. I'm full speed ahead, never looking in the mirror, never looking in the rear, cause I'm known to switch gears. Hey mom, thanks for raising me to be so brave. Tampa Bay, yeah, it's time for y'all to catch this wave. Ride the wave. Let's go.
Man, it make no sense, bro. I can't stand y'all singing folks and people that know singers and all that there, man. Y'all get away with too much out here in the streets, man. Hey, this is Waves of the Bay. We right back at y'all. I'm over here in Studio 2 right now. I got the homie in the studio with me. We got so much to talk about, and I already know we about to, take too long with this one. So I'm going to try to speed it up, but welcome back to the studio. We got Shadcore in the studio.
What's good, Tampa Bay? How y'all doing?
Man, this man been over here 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Ain't no telling at this point, man. I was looking at the music, and I got a whole list of Shadcore music. And just right now, I played my Sugar. And yes, I'm over here like, man, should I play this now or should I wait for next weekend? But then I'm like, well, I got Valentine vibes for next weekend.
There we go.
You already know, man.
You got options, man.
I do, and I love it. I love it, man. But Shadcore's in the building right now. Like I said, a published author now at this point. Lyricist, unbeknownst to most, man. Super beast with it, man. But man, welcome back to the studio. You're actually the first interview of this year, so that's an accomplishment and achievement in itself right there. I've kind of been on strike from interviews, man. I won't even lie to y'all out there. We changed a few things in the studio, kind of delayed me from being able to do interviews, so I'm happy to be back in this spotlight.
Thanks for having me, bro. You know, man, we always go chop it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for having me, man.
I know it, man. I want to dive right into this one right here because you told me earlier about what happened earlier today. So I want to have you go ahead and tell the folks about, what were you doing earlier today?
So earlier today, man, I got to host my very first book signing. Yes, man. Oh, man. It was... Tone, when I say the love was so thick in the building, bro, the love, the gratitude, the admiration, all of that, man, it was just, it felt very good to just kind of be loved on and get the flowers from the people that mean the most to you. And they weren't shy about it. They were like, man, I think you're awesome. I think the book is incredible. I think what you're doing is so inspiring, and people was giving their own personal testimonies how it made them want to go after whatever it is that they are interested in. And sometimes, we like I talked about at the book signing, we always think we got more time to do things. And I'm real big on doing something dope today, bro, like, cause we don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was, it was an urgency in this album and the book that goes along with it. It was like, almost felt like I was fighting the clock, because not to like be morbid or anything, but it's just like you just never know, bro. Like you see people dying all the time.
That's the thing. As we get older, you're seeing people drop.
Right, we see them drop, and we always say the same thing. Like, man, I just seen him last week and stuff like that. So I was like, man, let me get these ideas out on paper, you know what I'm saying, while I'm here, because you never know who it might inspire. So when you get that type of response and you hear that type of feedback, it lets you know that, man, you on the right track, because you inspire somebody else to go after their dreams. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and that's huge right there, man, because that's man, as a creative, I feel like a lot of times we don't understand the power that we have in whatever that we're creating. And a lot of times that finished product can go a far way, and it can inspire people and impact people in ways that you don't even intend for it to happen.
Right, that part, Tone. That's, man, you said a mouthful right there. And I think, like you say, the older we get, the more we become aware of that. It's like, man, like I have a voice. Like, what am I doing not using it? You know, sometimes we'll let songs just collect that digital dust. It'll just sit there.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what am I doing, man? This song might be a life changer for somebody else, because it isn't for us. Like, we get the joy of that satisfaction of like you say, because we're creators and you complete a project, that feels good.
Yep.
But you know, these
it could
songs,
be more. It could be more.
Yeah, these songs can have legs, bro, and wings, and go much further than you could take it yourself. So put it out there and see what happens. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, if you do music correctly, you know, if you do it right, it got replay value. And you know, when I say that, like let's say last week, literally last week, I'm riding in here listening to Intervisions or Songs in the Key of Life.
Right.
And both of them is like 50 years old at this time.
Yes.
And I can still hit it on play and still
and it
have
sound
that
like
experience.
Stevie made it yesterday.
Exactly. And he's still talking about the same stuff that's happening right now.
Right. That part, bro. That's I think that's what we all strive for, man. That he's a perfect example of that too. That timeless music. Stevie, Michael Jackson. I think of them, man, as those are just legacy artists. Bob Marley. Their music is gonna live forever, bro.
Yep.
And that's what you want to do. You want to write something that's gonna have some staying power, man. It's a lot of trendy stuff right now. It's cool. It sounds good.
Gimmicks.
It's catchy, but yeah, are you gonna remember it in 5 years? So I try to be mindful of that whenever I put my pen to the paper, bro. I want to say something that means something that's going to resonate for far past my time here on Earth.
You know what's crazy, man? You're talking about 5 years, and like literally like 5 years ago is when you dropped that knee on my neck, yo.
Yeah.
Like, ain't that wild, man? And that one still has replay value right now, especially Black History Month, especially what's going on with, you know, your buddy out there, man. But
oh my gosh, oh my goodness, yeah.
But no, I got Shadcore in the studio right now, man. This is Waves of the Bay. We chopping it up. The thing about us is that we don't only play artists from our area. We like to talk to the artists as well. We like to give them a voice, and that's exactly what he's doing with his book. I left a mess in there, and I honestly think it's a great idea. So tell me why you decided to pick this album to do the behind the scenes as a book and just a tell-all.
Great question, Tone. It had been, to your point about knee off my neck, it had been about 5 years since I put a project out, right? And so I'm like, okay, Shaw, what we gonna do different this time? Because you don't want to, you know, be a carbon copy of yourself. You don't want to continue to repeat yourself. So, and I also was like really thinking like, man, I really want this music to like people to sit with this music and it, you know, because you work so hard on this music. You don't want to just work hard on the music, upload it to the streaming platforms, put it out there. People rock with it for a few days and then they forget about it. So I was like, I got to do something that's going to make people realize how special this music is, because as I was making it, that's how it was feeling to me. I was like, man, this is some of my best work. And, you know, artists say that all the time, you know, this is my best joint. But
that's
like,
what you're supposed to say.
That's what you're supposed to say. But like I was like really convinced, bro. Like, yo, like I'm rhyming like I'm 18 again. You know what I'm saying? I had that hunger, you know, and the music was just so catchy, and it was like different type of beats that I hadn't really flowed to before. So that excites me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody at the book signing, my friend Dominique at the book signing, that was one of her questions. She was like, I've been listening to you for years.
Oh, yeah.
How do you still find new ways to switch it up and stuff like that? I say, because that's what excites me as an artist, is to try something you've never done before.
It's that challenge.
Right? So as I'm writing these songs, I was like I felt like God just said, write a book about the process of creating these songs, because like we take it for granted, right? It's something that we just, I'll go to the studio, but I'm like, this stuff is fascinating to other people, you know, to hear the behind the scenes, to get that peek behind the veil, that behind the, that fly on the wall experience, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I didn't know that's how we do it, or I didn't know that's how the songs were blended or made and created. So I was like, let me just document all this and put it in a book. And now when you read the book, if you haven't heard the music, it's gonna make you feel that much more connected because now you know the story behind it. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like, and you hit on it, like, me and you, like, we've dropped projects before. We've been in mad studios. This ain't even a surprise for you coming into the radio studio at this point.
Right.
There's some people that come in here and their eyes wide open.
Right.
Man. They're awestruck. They haven't seen anything like this before in their life. And then also when it comes to that music, man, people don't know what goes into making a project, like even the artwork, but just walking into a studio and, you know, walking into the booth and, you know, it's not just going to be a one take thing. It might be, you might hit it right the first time, but you're also going to lay down some additional layers. You're going to change some things up. The engineer's going to give you some suggestions, and it's just a whole process that people are not privy to.
Right. And even, like, I think sometime, as you were saying this, I'm thinking about sometime the home life, right? So sometime when you know, when you're in that creative space, bro, and it's like, you know what it is, like when those juices are flowing, it might be like time to go to bed, and your wife is like, babe, you need to come to bed. You're like, no, not just, I'll be there, I'll be there. But you can't because those juices are flowing. So sometimes it could be taxing on the home life. So it's just so much that people don't understand, like you say, what goes into this, the thought process and the sacrifice and all of those things. And I just wanted to give people that look, that peak, and to make them appreciate it more. So now, like the tagline of the book is every song has a story. And that's how I feel, man. I feel like all these songs we create, let's not get to the point where we just taking it for granted. And like, I hate how like sometimes people can be so critical of music when it drops. Oh, that's trash. Yeah. It's like you ain't even gave it time. You ain't sat with it at all.
All the way.
It's like you just so quick to be the first one to say, oh, this is trash. And then everybody hops on the bandwagon. Well, do you know what went into that song? Do you know where the artist's mind was at? Because maybe if you knew some of that, you might can relate and connect with it. And then it's like, oh, man, I kind of feel what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
They used to have that series called Storytellers. And, you know, very similar. And I know H ran a few things around here, you know, locally that, you know, he's able to give the artists a chance to share their stories behind the songs and everything, too. But it's just a major thing that a lot of people out there, like y'all listening audience, if you're not an artist, if you haven't sat in on a session, if you don't know somebody putting something together at a high quality at that, you know, then you really have no idea. And this, like I said, this book right here is eye-opening for you. And honestly, like you talked about it, inspiring people for whatever it is that they're chasing. So how did that make you feel, you know, as the creative behind it all?
That's where the joy comes in, bro. Like, this doesn't have to be your respective field for you to get that inspiration. My favorite athlete of all time was Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? I love playing basketball, but I'm nowhere near a Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? But I can take his that Mamba mentality and apply that to myself as an artist.
Real life as well.
Yeah. And it's just going that extra step beyond what everybody else is willing to do to make you stand out. You know what I'm saying? I'm real big on originality and not sounding like nobody else. You know, I'm cut from that cloth where that's where we champion originality already. You know what I'm saying? From the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, where you had so many different styles of artists, but you can appreciate, you know, because everybody was unique. A Tribe Called Quest was different from Public Enemy, and, you know, Outkast was different from, you know, whoever, Mos Def, but it all added on to the culture because everybody just was bringing originality. So that's real big on me, and that's why I just try to do stuff to stand out. As far as I know, Tone, to my knowledge, I don't know anybody else that's ever written a book and dropped about an album and dropped them both on the same day.
That's crazy.
That excites me. That motivates me. I'm like, I can do something that nobody's ever done before. And Big Rube tipped his hat to me and said, bro, he said, that was a boss move, bro. I've never seen that before. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm Shadcore.
Perfect leeway right here, man. We got Shadcore over here in the studio too. This is Waves of the Bay. Y'all are listening to published author, lyricist, entrepreneur, man. This cat over here does a lot. But at the same time, you kind of just touched on it. I was actually about to go there. So I know you just got back from Atlanta. You just got back from doing a podcast.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that connection and how important it is to you.
Wow, bro. You know, I know it sounds cliche, but it's true, man. Hard work pays off. Real recognize real. And so I had been knocking on Cujo's door for a few years. Like I would send some stuff on like in his DMs, like a freestyle here and there. And then I noticed he started paying attention. He started liking it. He started loving it. He started reposting. And so that led to he had this not a mixtape series, but he had this series of albums where he was putting on like independent artists.
Compilation?
Yeah, the compilations. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. And it was called Feed the Lions. And so all you had to do was submit, and if it was fire enough. I
think I remember you submitting for that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was on like two of them, I think. Two. And so, like I say, just slowly cultivating that relationship, but on a respect thing too, because like I'm a big Dungeon Family fan to begin with, big Goody Mob fan. So it felt good to know that like somebody that you kind of grew up listening to gave you that mutual respect from MC to MC. And so basically it led to, you know, he's got a podcast, and he reached out to me. He was like, bro, we need to have you on the podcast, when I told him about the book and the album. And I was like, say less. We got to make that happen. So yeah, man, I'm literally a week removed from that, man. Last week, me and my boy J-Ack went up to the A and got interviewed by Cujo and Goody Mob's DJ Poppy. And it was so dope, bro. We chopped it up for the interview for like an hour and a half. Then we talked like another hour off camera, bro. Yeah. And it was just like that Southern hospitality thing you always hear about with Atlanta is so real, bro. These brothers are so just down to earth and approachable, man. And we just talked like we've been knowing each other for years, bro, but just on some MC, you know, type stuff. And it was dope, man, real dope. So I'm very excited about that. You can catch that interview on their podcast, on their channel, Showtime ATL. And what was dope too, we was just talking about first, right? Me being your first interview. They let me spit. I'm the first artist that they had actually spit a verse, because they done interviewed a bunch of artists before, but you know, it just be conversations, which is dope. But I said, yo, bro, I done came all the way to the A, bro. I want to get. All right, point me to the microphone. And Cujo was like, say less. They actually was like, I think we gonna start doing this. We gonna start letting it. So
that's a good way to get some shine and use that platform as well.
Absolutely, bro. I'm like, my boy, JC say, bro, you go up there, bro. You don't leave any stone unturned. I say, that's what I'm coming to do, bro. I say, I'm coming to leave a mess in there.
And I love that title right there, because it's so country with it, man. It reminds me of back home where I'm from, and my grandma telling, or, you know, my grandpa, hey, man, don't go in there. TT, don't go in there for a few minutes. I left a mess in there. Like, all right,
yes,
Grandpa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's funny you say that, because one of the items that I had at the book signing was a door hanger, the picture of the cover of the book. And so it says, I left a mess in there on the door hanger. So I told everybody at the book sign, I say, these are perfect for bathroom doors.
All the way, yo. Now we got the merchandise. Look at this over here, man. This man, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Yo, Shadcore's in the studio with me right now. We're talking about how you just got back from Atlanta.
Yeah.
You kind of touched on something that I love to hear, that I think a lot of people don't realize the importance behind, and that's season opportunities. So you even stepping up to the A, being ready for that opportunity instead of having to get ready for that opportunity, and then knowing that there's more out there for you to take advantage of while you're there.
Right.
I think it's huge, man. Like,
appreciate that, brother. I think it's just the years of experience definitely help, and just feeling like you're prepared for that moment, like you say, so you don't have to get ready. It's like, you know, the more you do this and the more you get good at it, you start really not feeling yourself, but you like, you know what, I can compete on that level. I can, I like what you say in your intro all the time, that these artists aren't local. Sometimes people have that mentality, and that's as far as you'll go, is local. I never thought of myself like that as a local artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel like I got the potential to be a global artist. You know what I'm saying? The world just need to catch up. I already know it though, you know?
Well, once again, like when it comes to local artists, you know, when I'm putting the parentheses up when I say that, there's I won't even say there's a stigma. It's true at this point. Like once you step out the city and do something and then come back, then people start really noticing and people start really, you know, starting to fall in line from there.
Yeah. It's weird how that works, bro. It makes me think of that Bible verse where it say a prophet isn't honored in his own city. It's like sometimes you got to go outside for the cats that's around you to see, like, oh, okay, he mean business. Like, this what I've been trying to tell you all these years.
The whole time.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
they
overnight
take it for granted.
celebrities.
They
I've
take it
been
for granted.
grinding. Like, you know, we've been telling you the whole story.
The whole story,
why ain't you listening?
Why you ain't listening? But now you go listen.
Shadcore in the studio with me. All right, man, it's already 10:51. All right, let's do it like this. I want to play a song real quick. I usually don't break the interview up to play music, but I kind of want to hear one of these tracks right now. All right. I'm going to play a song. We're going to come right back, and then we're going to talk for just a few more minutes, and then you know, it's time to get back into the music. Saturday nights, they don't even like me talking on over here that long, but we got plenty to talk about. We can go for another hour and a half easy, man. We've done a lot. All right, let's do it like this, man. I got this track keyed up right now. Let me go on and hit this down. I want you to talk. I don't even want you to talk about you. I will talk about this in a second. I'm about to play this right here, and I want to hear exactly what you think about this track that you and Theo put together. Let's get it, y'all.
Let's do it.
Man, Theo is so ridiculous, yo. I remember
no sense.
I will always tell this story. The first time I met Theo was at Crowbar. He was performing, and at the end of his show, the end of his set, he hit some note and rolled on the ground and didn't miss a beat, popped back up, kept singing, and I'm like, yo, that boy bad out here, man.
Theo
like,
Lane,
these damn singers out
Theo
here.
Lane, bro.
Shouts to Theo Lane,
that's
man.
my brother right there, man.
I left a mess in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that particular track, I did it after the album, but I wanted to call it I Left a Mess in There, Thank You, because I was getting so much love on people copping the book, copping the album, and you know, I'm big on giving thank you cards. Shout out to wifey, because she always be like, you know, you got to give thank you cards, you know. But I was like, yeah, that's a lot of people to give thank you cards to. So what if I just did a song and thank them all? And you know what I'm saying? Do it
how we do.
Do it how we do it
already.
And so that was a lot of fun, man. I heard the track and it reminded me of Marvin. And I say I got to get Theo to bless his hook. So he did his thing.
Theo's so ridiculous. Shout out OG as well, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up with KRK?
KRK, man. We've been talking, man. We about to get back in the lab. We getting some beats ready and throwing some ideas to see what works, bro. I think what happened was me and OG, we both had these like a whole ton of songs, bro, and it was like, man, let's get these songs out. So he got his solo project about to drop.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I got to get this I Left a Mess in There out, bro. You know how it be in you, and you's like, you know,
artists are our worst enemy. We be sitting on so much. There's so much in the
so
vault.
much stuff, bro. And these songs were a lot closer to being ready than some of the KRK joints. So I'm like, we gonna put KRK on pause for now and get these solo joints out and then run it back to the group stuff. So we was talking at the start of the year. We was like, yeah, man, it's time to get back in the lab and do our thing, as well as our Soul Supply stuff. We met with the lady that helped us get those placements with Kevin Hart last year. We got to actually meet her a few days ago because she's out in Jersey, but she was in town.
I finally got to make that real.
Yeah, exactly. So she was in town for a speaking engagement at Full Sail, and she was like, man, I would love to meet you guys in person. So we made it happen. Me and Theo drove up to Orlando where she was at.
Word.
And OG's already in that area, and we met up and, you know, had dinner, chopped it up, and you know, we said, yeah, it's time to do this Soul Supply thing again too, because they looking for some more heat. So that's what we got to do. We got to supply them with that soul.
So real quick, because I know we talked about this last time you were here, but anybody that's new to, you know, Shadcore and Theo Lane and OG the original, you know, Soul Supply, you know, one thing that you guys forget, or one thing that you guys are not understanding, is that this man took just a potential, you know, a lot of people a lot of people label themselves as a rapper instead of an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you were actually an artist, and you took that further, and you started branching out and started getting into more avenues and getting more streams.
Absolutely.
So when he's talking about the Soul Supply, he's talking about their music being put on TV shows, and not just any TV show, on Kevin Hart's TV show.
Yes.
So that's one thing. Like, you guys got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep your business mind focused as well.
Yeah.
And I'm always hitting on that. Like, I don't like referring to our artists as local if they have their business right. But if you don't have your business right, then you a local artist out here, man. Like, it's a hobby out here instead of you actually making a career out of it.
Right. Yeah, man. Bet on yourself, man. If you say you want to be serious about this thing, then you got to be serious about it. You got to put the work in, work on your craft, and take these chances, man. I always look at stuff like, why not me? Not like, oh, I wish I could. Like, why not me? If they can do it, I can do it.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, bet on yourself. But like you say, put the work in. Be about your business. I know a lot of times for us as artists, the business side, we shy away from. I did it for a long time. I'm not happy about it, but you got to have that part taken care of too. And that's showing the people that could potentially do business with you, that's showing them that you are serious about your business.
You're about your business.
You know what I mean? Not just, I can rap, I can sing. Okay, well, are you registered with a PRO? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to fill out metadata and things of that nature? Are your songs copywritten? All of those things, you got to be about your business. You know what I'm saying? Take it serious, man. Take yourself serious.
All the way. We got Shadcore in the studio, man. Shadcore, go ahead and let the people know how they can find you, how they can find this book.
Yes, sir. Y'all can hit me up at my website, shadcore.com. That's SHADCORE. The album is on the website, but you can also stream it if that's your thing. Whatever your preference is, it's on all the streaming platforms. I left the mess in there. The book is available too through my website, shadcore.com, and you can also get it through harrellbooks.com, HARRELL books.com. And what's so dope too, Tone, is it's available in 4 formats, bro. Hard copy, paperback, ebook, and one of the proudest achievements from this whole thing is I myself recorded my audio book. So there's an audio book available for it too. I got my Morgan Freeman on, man. or as one of my co-workers say, James Earl Jones. You know what I'm saying? My son works.
Are you in good hands?
Right. So I did the audio book, so that's available on Audible. I left the mess in there, narrated by myself. And this was so dope.
That's fire, though.
Yeah, bro. This was so dope too, though, Tone. Big Rube does the foreword, the written copy, and he does the audio forward. So that's Big Rube opening the book up. That's his voice, bro.
Man, why are you like in my head right now when it comes to what I'm about to do next? That's cool. Carry on.
Yeah, man. So that's how y'all can find me, man. And make sure you go to the website, shadcore.com, because I got this new subscription that you can, become a member to my website, where you'll receive exclusives, you'll receive archive music, early stuff and unreleased stuff and merch. And also, this is pretty cool too, in March I'm going to be starting an online book club to go further into the book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for just $8 a month,
I love it.
You subscribe, you support a global artist, not a local artist.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah, and we can continue the conversation, but get the book first. Make sure you get the book, so by March we ready to roll with that online book club, where we just go deeper into the book, man, and have a conversation and
learning about the gospel out here.
That's it, bro. I just want to have a conversation. I want to further that conversation of what it means to leave a mess in there. You know what I'm saying? Because we all can leave messes in whatever respective areas of our lives where we want to make an impact. You know
That's
what
exactly what you're supposed to do. You're
That's
supposed
what
to
you're
show
supposed to
up,
do.
you're supposed to show out, and you're
That's
supposed
it.
to leave a mess behind it
There
and
it
be
is.
unapologetic about
So they
it.
could be like, Tone Capone was here, baby.
I'm going to leave the door open on my way out of here, man. Like, straight up.
Just don't go in there for 35, 45 minutes.
I love it, man. Shadcore, I appreciate you coming through, chopping it up with us, man. I wish we had more time. You already know how this thing goes over
Man,
here.
it's all love.
I got brand new music from Shadcore. I'm going to be dropping in the next 57 minutes here. Let me go on and drop these promos so I can get those out the way. That way I can come back and just bug out for the next few minutes, man. Shadcore, once again, always a blessing.
Always,
This is
bro.
Waves of the Bay. This is WMNF Tampa. I'm Tone Capone. Welcome to the show. If y'all are just now joining, hour number 1 is already up on WMNF.org. We just finished this interview right now, so you can hear the good bulk of that right now, or else you can just hold off for a little bit. Let me finish jamming, and then you can hear the entire show, here in about an hour. It'll be updated on the website. So all that being said, I'm going to shut up, play these promos, and we about to get to it, y'all. This is Waves of the Bay.
I said it's waves of the bay. If you ain't about the action, better find another lane. If you ain't providing platforms, better find another stage. I'm living in my purpose, every day is game day. And now it's time to level up. Give the people what they want, show the artist off and strut. Let the music do the talking while the talent gets the fun. They said it's all written, but I had to change the fun. Come on, because I do what I want. Champions win, so I'm not about to taunt. After all the smoke clears, I'll be standing right here at the top with my peers, living life without fears. I'm full speed ahead, never looking in the mirror, never looking in the rear, cause I'm known to switch gears. Hey mom, thanks for raising me to be so brave. Tampa Bay, yeah, it's time for y'all to catch this wave. Right